are all warmed up, and they are opening up their save files shortly.
Yeah. And they have to stay on normal.
All right, here we go.
Go! On screen, we're looking at Devil Tifa, Berimondo, Kilai, and Angsist.
That all sounds about right.
Good. I wasn't sure. How would you say Kilai? How would you pronounce it?
I'd say Kilai or Kilai.
Kilai. Cool. Okay, and so you can see on the screen that everyone's jumping, and that's because it was recently, I would say recently, someone found out that jumping is faster than running. So,
yeah. Just across the board, jumping is actually faster than your normal walk speed.
Yeah. And you can't even run at this part of the game, actually. You only, as you said, the normal speed so far.
Yeah, we don't have Sonic boots yet.
Exactly. And that's what everyone's pretty much going for right now.
And it looks like everyone skipped the first amethyst, I think it is, a $50 worth gem at the beginning.
Yeah, on to the left, right? The one.
Yeah, up with Desplosions.
Exactly.
So coming up here, we have our first artifact.
Exactly. And it seems like everyone's pretty much going for their running boots, sprinting hydraulics.
I mean, we got to go fast.
Yes, for sure. It's called a speed run.
There's a slight difference between trying to get a good time versus being constricted to a certain time.
Yep. Oh, nice. There you go. Oh, it's in French. Let's see, rejected building plans. That's the one. We could see Devil Tifa and Berimondo picking up.
So here we're going to be making good use of the double jump technology here.
Yes. So nice. That's a hard one to make at first. You have to practice.
Yeah, it's of course the hardest one because you have to do it with water momentum.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I got stuck so many times doing that. We can see
I still can't get 100% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. He's struggling a bit, Angsist. Oh,
and we have Berimondo already, along with Devil Tifa, into Yarrow.
Yes. Oh, yes. He made it. Okay, we can see the Berimondo is the first one reaching town. And all the characters were standing like... Because since they broke the game a little bit, the characters are standing like they do when you first get to town.
Yeah, so the game doesn't understand that you're there not the normal way. So it has them all standing there in their opening cutscene animation.
Exactly.
And I believe, and I think it may have been patched out potentially, that at one point if you broke the mayor's box, he would say something like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here yet."
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've seen that. Maybe we can see it today. So, let's see. Now we have everyone in Yarrow, right?
Yeah, everyone's already made their way into Yarrow, the first part, and Devil Tifa and Berimondo are making their way back to get that artifact that's locked behind the spitter.
Nice.
And because there's no clear indicator for artifacts on the screen, it's going to be a little difficult to tell usually who's in the lead unless they are visibly much further ahead in dungeon progression.
That is true. We're already 4 minutes in. Wow. Yeah.
So normally that one that's locked behind the spitter, I think the intended way is for you to get the grenade launcher to blow that wall up, but with a little creativity, you can get that spitter to open up for you.
Yeah. Remember, we just picked up 50 Shades of Cliché. That's one of my favorites.
Flat book with flat characters.
Exactly. That's one of my favorites, I think. If you have time, I don't think these guys do at the moment, but you should really read the descriptions on all the artifacts. They are hilarious. Nice. Getting some upgrades.
Kille just made his first trip back to town.
Yeah.
We have more or less a sync on Beru and Kille.
Yeah, would you look at that? Really nice.
Of course, now the first part of the game we don't really get to anymore until we're ready to start going.
Exactly. Devil Tifa just got the water pressure bomb?
Looks like Devil Tifa's opting to go for the artifact that's in here instead of doing the quick route out.
Yes, let's see.
Yeah, this is a fairly easy one to get to, too.
Yeah. Nice double jump. Yep.
It's funny seeing these people who practice the any percent route so much, trying to weave in unfamiliar routing, because, you know, at this point they've probably put so many hours into the game doing it one way that it's like, oh, I forgot I can go over here.
Exactly. They don't even care anymore because they're just doing it on like an auto run, sort of, their way through. Oh, yeah. And also scrapping yourself or self-destructing is also faster than traveling through the tubes.
Yeah, because you don't drop your artifacts when you self-destruct or get killed by an enemy.
Exactly.
All right, so we are going for the jackhammer, and obviously because we skipped explosions, there's no way to get through the brick tiles without the jackhammer.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that. You can if you get the upgrade for the steam bombs.
True. Oh,
that's expensive, and it costs upgrade cogs, which it looks like a lot of them are skipping.
Yeah, seems like it.
We're going for a different kind of bare bones run here.
Nice.
Oh, and Devil Tifa just misses the gap for dropping that block straight through.
Yep.
If you're good with your switches, you can get that block to fall straight through without having to bother with it getting stuck there.
Yeah, you can save several seconds, right?
Yeah, it's about, I think, probably like 2 or 3 seconds save, but it's very risky because you have a high chance of getting, well, crushed.
Yeah. Okay, we see Bermuda. Yeah, in the same place.
Yeah, it looks like we're all very close together here, although Beru is just now getting to his, his jackhammer.
Yes, which might be very useful. It's still over 12 minutes left, so...
I would put Barramundo at about a 20-second advantage here.
Yep. Nice. We see Kille still struggling with the same block as the other ones. Just went past. Nice.
And, you know, I've even forgotten where most of the artifacts are located simply because I've been kind of inactive so far as the community goes, but
yeah,
because they're not in every cave. There's 42 of them total.
Exactly. They're pretty much spread out all over, and you can even find some in the West Desert and the desert area, so you don't have to go down the caves, but it's still a bit tricky.
I think overall we still avoid the West Desert because of the wind.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not the West Desert.
Oh yeah, exactly. The windy plains, exactly.
Yeah, the windy plains.
Because there's... Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh, so they're all... Devil Tifa is entering Oasis, and now...
Let's see if he gets the artifact that's up above Rosie's head, because it's pretty fast if you get the right hook spot.
Yep. Nice.
We're just about at the halfway point here.
Yep.
The hook shot, the most broken tool in the game other than the double jump.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some crazy stuff with it, especially potentially from these runners here, called the hook jump, which uses your increased momentum from using the hook shot on surfaces to give you tremendous amounts of vertical distance.
And you can even soften fall damage, or even not get fall damage if you use the hook shot.
Yeah, as you see Barramundo zipping around there, it's faster to just use your hook shot to travel in most directions.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Nice, easy artifact there in Oasis.
Yeah, 6-pack of boo juice.
It's got to taste better than Budweiser anyway.
Yeah, you might be right.
And here we are now heading towards the shortcut to the temple, where, well, there's a ton of money to be found in the temple, in addition to a large number of artifacts as well.
Exactly. Let's see, which one did he take first? Oh, he's discarding some.
He threw away one of those little black, where's the Yinthium, I think?
Yeah.
Which is worth like 6 or 8 in favor of that gem there.
It's a smart move.
Little hook action across some gaps there, another thing we didn't see in the last run.
Exactly. Very nice.
A fun part of this prelim round is that we're going to be seeing a lot of the game that we didn't see in the first round, which the highlight is, of course, available on Speed Gaming's background. Or past broadcasts, anyway.
Exactly. Did I get the... Let's see. Oh.
Ah, yes, this trolley cultist here.
Yeah. They are not nice.
Oh, very nice. Without the extended, without the extended steam bomb, you use the cultist to actually get that artifact.
Very clever. So let's see. Is he going for? Is Devil Tifa going for upgrades? You think? Yeah.
Yes, but which one?
The armor one, so he gets an extra heart.
Maybe he's going for lava immunity.
Yeah.
Don't know if you have time for that though.
Exactly. Where?
Or maybe just a safety heart.
Could be. Nice hook shotting. Oh, is that planned?
Ooh, definitely an unintentional death there.
No. Ouch.
Fall damage can be hard to calculate sometimes.
Exactly. Okay, so nice by Devil Tifa. You got the. Oh, I'm not sure of the English.
The pill bottle?
One. Yes. The yellow pills. That's the word. That's the name of it.
Alright, so now we're in the Chamber of Secrets with Devil Tifa, which is,
wow.
as it would imply, full of secrets.
Exactly. Look at that hookshot going. That's crazy.
Yeah, hookshot is best shot.
Yep. Certainly is. Ah. Very nice.
Although without the long shot, you don't want to slow down by trying to hookshot into a wall that you can't hit.
Exactly.
Whereas with the long shot, you can hit pretty much everything.
Yep. Very nice, and even solved that puzzle really quickly. He must have memorized it. Really good.
It'll hit everything except for the roof of Vectron.
Yep.
Which I still haven't completed that achievement yet. The one to not trigger the alarms in Vectron twice. Or more than twice.
Right. Yeah, that's a tricky one. You can see Devil Tifa and Bermundo just got the grenade launcher, which means the bombs, you can like throw the bombs farther from you.
Yeah, it turns your steam bombs into bouncy projectiles that you can better arc into certain areas.
Yes, that's a good explanation.
And they're using a much more controlled method to get their grenades into an acceptable position by bouncing them directly on the ground in front of where they want to be, instead of doing what the game kind of intended you to do by lobbing them and using your free water there to refill with.
Yes. Oh, wow. I think, look at Bermuda, it's actually going into the West Desert then. Might he be going for I think it's the Dr. Groda or something.
Dr. Groda's children's book?
Yes, that's one of them. But he actually went inside.
He's going for the Spelunky Diary.
Yes, I think you're right.
I think the children's book might take a little too long, but he's already in the area, so no, definitely going for it.
Yeah. Let's see. Nice.
I mean, after all, we're not looking for resources or upgrades here. We're looking for collectibles.
Exactly.
Oh, the minecart room. This one took me a little while to figure out the first time.
Exactly. Nice.
But I was doing it without the grenade launcher, so that was hard mode there.
Yeah. It looks so easy.
And of course, because we have the grenade, we can get into this without
yes.
messing around too much.
Here you go, Dr. Groda's children's book. You know, Groda is frog in Swedish.
I have no idea what the reference for that one is. It's lost on me.
I'm thinking like Kermit or something. I'm not sure.
Barrow going for the technically the third available artifact.
Nice. We have Devil Tifa in the windy place, I think. And Bermundo. Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
left.
3 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
Backtracking for those early artifacts that the others, I think, went for earlier, simply because they were on the way. But now that he has the hook shot, the pressure bomb, and the jackhammer, and the grenade, you can get to a lot of them a lot quicker.
Yep.
The goal for this round is to collect as many artifacts, which is one of the forms of currency in this game, as within 20 minutes.
Yeah. Let's see.
It looks like Kille is going to explore the West Desert as well.
Yeah. Get that.
So this one cave that Baru's in is very hard to optimize because there's simply no way to avoid the falling rocks without potentially exposing yourself to very painful death.
Yeah. There you got the Spelunky Diary.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, especially with the announcement of Spelunky 2.
So you're going straight down.
Gotta love those surprise cactuses right in your face.
Get that. Schrodinger's what?
Looks like we're going out to the Windy Plains.
Yes.
Very, very nice routing there to get out there and grab that artifact along the way.
Yes, very impressive. What's up here? Do you know? Ah, the Ninja Cat action figure. Nice one. By Burrow.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Cat.
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
Very quick routing of these little side caves here.
Yes. Definitely. I think Devil Tifa is following in Bermundo's footsteps here. He's going.
Yeah, he's definitely made up that a portion of that 20 seconds that I estimated Barramundo at being at.
Yeah. We have Bermundo. Is he back in the Temple of Guidance?
Yeah, I think he's going for the artifacts within the side temples of the generator.
Right. There's a couple of
Which
them.
I don't know if he's going to have time for that, because we're at 30 seconds now.
Exactly. Could be tight.
Unfortunately, there is no counter, so we're just going to have to rely on what they see when they turn in at the end and submit as their results.
Exactly. So it's actually exciting for us too.
All right, it looks like Anxist is calling his artifact total here,
Yes.
as well as Devil Tifa.
Nice.
And there's Byros and Killeys. So we have
20.
20, 19. I think I see another 19 and another 20.
Very nice. 16.
16.
Still good. 9.
Oh yes, some of looks like Anxist wanted to go for Ore instead.
Wow.
Alrighty.
That was intense.
So, that was a difference of 1 artifact between first and second position there.
Very nice. Yeah, we could see that they sort of figured out some of the same routes to take, and it was very nice.
Yeah, the runners have had roughly 2 weeks to plan out a route for this, and within the Discord, Beru, the one with the 20 artifacts that we just showed there, posted a video for what he felt was the most optimal way to collect that many. But still, it comes down to execution, especially the Temple of Guidance double jump off of the water, and hooking around, not to be too lewd, but using your hook shot to get around effectively, and also purchasing upgrades to allow you to get further. Routing out your purchases can make a difference there.
Yes, definitely. So now I think in a minute or two, we're moving on to the any percent part of the competition.
Yes, once everyone who's involved in the tournament submits their artifact account, then we will move on to our any percent run.
Yeah. We
will have, since I believe there were 20 registered contestants, only the top half will be moving on to the any percent round.
Yeah.
We should be seeing some 26 to 32 minute times, whereas tournament day 1, I think 29 was our best.
Yep, seems about right. And I think now the winner of this part was 20 artifacts, right? That seems like it was
At least from those on screen. We may have seen someone off screen with a similar tally.
Exactly. There we go. Oh, 21.
There
Nice.
Hey, Brother Main and Gui. Nice. Like I said, just because they're on the screen doesn't mean they're in the lead.
Exactly. So that's nice. Good job, everyone. Awesome.
Although I think that means that we're going to be seeing Brother Main, Gui, Beru, and Zoff, and the first 4 slots on the front of the screen for the 20% or any percent run.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very nice.
Our boy Zigoi.
Say again?
I remember cheering on Zigoi during the last race.
Yes, Zigoi. That's a nice nickname.
A lot of new names that we didn't see last time.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, just as a refresher, artifacts are a alternative form of currency in a sense that they unlock upgrades for your upgrades. So, Yo Dog, I heard you like upgrades, so we put upgrades under upgrades.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So, now that we know that we have some serious contenders here, we may see some pretty fun movement tech coming up, especially with how these guys have been developing the hook jump.
Yes.
Once again, it's a reminder that's using your hook shot at as far of a distance as you can onto a surface, and then using the acceleration that the hook shot gives you to turn that into vertical height.
And reducing fall damage. That's a
Yes,
key
and
for
also
fun.
falling and not worrying about wall sliding prevent wall damage.
Exactly.
Or fall damage, not wall damage.
Almost the same, right?
I mean, floors are just horizontal walls, right?
Right.
I mean, I've got 4 walls around me, but I also have one above me and one below.
Yep. Ooh, my music changed. Are we almost getting
Yes,
ready?
is this the boss fight music for the cultist?
Yeah, it must
Or
be
is
a
it
boss.
round 1 of Rosie?
I think it's Rosie, right? But it's hard. I have hard times remembering sometimes just from the sound.
Yeah, I believe this is Rosie, and if it isn't,
Yeah.
it's definitely got to be the cultist because, well, he's the only other boss that we see.
Exactly.
Which still kind of, I don't know. I'm of the mindset that I kind of still want to fight Fen because I like having the map.
Yes, me too. I would do really bad without the map, I think.
Yeah, for those not aware, the first boss of the game gives you access to the map, the mini map. And since we skipped the first boss of the game, you're pretty much running blind the entire time as far as being able to make your way back through the tunnels.
Exactly, and you also get, like you said, Fen, who is your companion throughout the game. But he will spawn later anyways, even if you skip the first part and sort of break the game. Okay, so we have the final results, I think, from the 20 minutes artifact challenge.
So we had 15 submitted times, 15 submitted artifact counts, which means we're going to see 8, I believe, contestants in the any percent run.
Yeah.
It looks like there were no submissions for the remainder, probably because they weren't able to get here on time.
Yeah, probably.
It's just a shame. I'd really love to see more people coming in and just playing for fun. Like, even if you don't win, it's fun, you know? It's a really easy game to pick up. It's a little more difficult to master some of the tech, but if someone as bad as me can get down to an hour, you know...
Yeah, there's also a bunch of like tutorials and the community is really helping each other out. So even if you have a friend or anyone, just tell them that to do it just for fun, like Soup said.
Well, sounds like we're starting soon.
Yes. 2 more minutes.
2 minutes. All right, let's So what we're going to be looking at with the any percent run here is a lot of very precise movements and execution. Now that's true of a lot of speed runs, but here we have a couple of small rules. The game is run on normal difficulty for no other reason than it's just a standard. Easy isn't that much different. In addition, you can only bind 2 buttons to any given command, even though outside programs will allow you to do that to a very high degree.
Yeah, but we don't allow that here, you said?
And we also use in-game time. That way it eliminates all hardware-based time differences like loading screens and stuff like that. Which I'm still not sure what Dig 1's in-game timer was based off of, but considering it only did, I think, hours and minutes and not seconds, it wasn't that big of a difference. So using RTA was much better for that.
Oh, we're almost starting. And we're sort of expecting people to take a route that will basically break the game like they did last time, but for viewers, yeah.
We've got Zoff, the current world record holder, Barramundo, who is in second. I think Brother Main may be third, and I'm not entirely familiar with Gilvigain.
Gilvigain, no. I think he's new. He wasn't running last time, right? Or maybe it was
It's not a name I'm familiar with.
Exactly, I don't remember seeing it either. Okay.
Gilvigain is 9th on the speedrun leaderboard.
Nice. Okay, and we
all have some very heavy contenders here.
Yeah, Yeah, you can't skip this part, so that's why everyone's sitting so quietly and just standing there. There we go. Now they're off. And as you can see, everyone's jumping, right? Because it's faster than just your normal, as you said, the normal speed.
Yeah, they're skipping along the crumbling brick road.
Yep. And this is still part of the normal gameplay. This is what you would see in the beginning of if you just bought the game and played it.
Looks like everyone decided to skip the diamond at the beginning simply because there are better resources of money found now.
Exactly.
It's hard to believe that something worth $50 they found better, but you know.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Brother Main he's at the, how do you say? He's at the first place, right? Right now, I think.
Coming right up on the speed boots here.
Yes, there you go. That's actually a pain without, like, because the first time I was just longing for the bottom to run. There you go.
I don't care if it's called sprint hydraulics, they're the speed boots to me.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
I mean, I get it, like, Dorothy's supposed to be like higher tech than Rusty, but...
Oh, wow. Doing that. Brother Man did that double jump looking, yeah, with no effort at all. That looked really good.
It's interesting because in order to get that that really fast jump there, just before the tube, you have to basically, you can do a wall jump without actually having the wall slide animation, and that's the gap you need.
Nice.
And Gui just did the short version of the water hop, where he went from right to the water to the right again, which is something I still can't get done myself.
Yeah, no, me either. That's very impressive. Okay, so we are already in the part that's called Yarrow.
Oh, and Brother Main almost just took a bug to the face.
Yeah, wow. And this is a detour. This is not the way you would go if you played the game on normal.
Yes, we are now off the intended route.
Exactly.
Rather, we've been off the intended route for about 30 seconds now.
Yes, and that's why all the townspeople are standing in a crowd, or how do you say?
Yeah, they're all standing there, waiting to be talked to by the mayor of the town.
Yeah, like the initial cutscene that you would see when you enter the town the first time. Nice.
Very good snail handling skills there for Brother.
Yes. Yeah, they are tricky. They explode.
Snails do 2 hearts of damage, I think. So they don't screw around.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to encounter them until, you know, around the time that a normal player would have 4 or 5 hearts.
Exactly. And since these guys are skipping ahead, I think everyone at this point they only have, well, but they have 3 hearts. Back to
as was asked, the main difference in the routing here is definitely optimization. Finding ore in different places and selling at better times.
Exactly. Yeah, Brother Main is just entering actually what would be one of the first parts of the mine. Just digging down.
If we didn't need to get the lamp upgrade, we wouldn't, but we do need to get through here in order to get to the steam bomb.
Exactly.
Or pressure bomb.
Yep.
Also, I think purchasing the lamp upgrade is required in order to unlock all the other upgrades.
Yeah, I think you can't even do it if you don't have that one. And the lamp.
Yeah, I think it locks the rest of the purchase list.
Exactly. And yeah, Brother Main.
The water bar in the center is the 1 hour limit on the any percent run.
Yeah.
So here we see the divergence from the all of the artifact grabbing round, where instead of going up for the artifact, they're going to be taking the shortcut back through the alleged one-way entrance to this area.
Exactly. I see. Okay, so now everyone on our screen have the water bomb. Very nice.
And now we have Beru approaching the jackhammer, and Brother Main is already in the jackhammer dungeon.
Yes, very nice. There we go. And this is the tricky part with the falling rocks again, which he could do.
Zoff is also just behind Brother Main.
Yeah.
And Gui is approaching, or Gui Vegan is what I'm going to hope it is.
Oh, and Brother Main goes
Brother takes that risky death I was talking about earlier.
Exactly, that he did.
You don't realize how cool it looks until you see what can happen when it goes wrong.
Yeah. Stuff going for an, what are they called?
I think that was an ametrine or azurite.
Azurite, perhaps an azurite. Anyways, it's worth, if it's an azurite, it's worth 20 gold. Nice.
And Gui not going for that risky strat there.
Yeah, he's playing it safe. Nice.
That means just about everybody's about to have the jackhammer, which significantly increases our travel time, or decreases our travel time, increases our travel speed.
Yes, that's it.
And you'll see them keeping the button pulled because it has a wind down and a wind up. It costs water to keep it wound up, but it costs time to let it wind down.
Exactly. Let's see.
Especially, we don't want to buy any more pickaxe upgrades if we don't have to. So the jackhammer does more damage than the pickaxe to ground tiles, but it also has a shorter swing time, essentially.
Exactly. So Stuff just entered the area called the Oasis. And this is where the the remains of the humanity live.
Chugging down moon juice, wearing their inner tubes.
Exactly.
Fun little fact: the Shiners, the humans in this game, are slightly more intelligent in SteamWorld Dig 2 than they were in Dig 1.
Right.
And significantly less intelligent than they were in SteamWorld Tower Defense.
Yes. Let's see.
So now we've got our hook shot on a couple of our runners here.
Very nice.
Time
now
for some crazy hijinks.
Exactly. Now we see some change in the ways of traveling, sort of. This would be nice.
And Zoff just shows us exactly what that does right off the bat.
Wow.
And also how tricky it can be.
Jump, that's so high. That's amazing. Nice.
Yeah, azurites. That's the one that they picked up in the other dungeon too.
Yeah. Very nice. He's going back to the start, and we have Gulvegain also picking up the hook shot.
So yeah, we knew that the hook shot was really good when we first started writing the game. We didn't realize how good it was until someone started playing around with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty superior, I would say.
And for 4 gold star, the long shot is like champ. Because I think in 4 gold star, you still skip the jetpack.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because little known fact, if you pay attention to the design of the game, it was designed to be beaten without the jetpack. You can do the entire game without the jetpack completely. Yeah.
So
it may look like you can't, but there are definitely design clues that you can do it without the jetpack.
Yeah. So now what's happening, I think everyone's going to, because there's 3 devices you have to destroy in order to meet the final boss. And now everyone's going for how do you say,
I just call it the TOG device, the Temple of Guidance device. That's what their names are.
Exactly. So everyone's in the Temple of Guidance, going for that device of doom.
We've definitely created another sequence break here, by the way, by getting into the Temple of Guidance device without the jetpack.
Exactly. And that's way before it was intended. And we have skipped, like, for me, I can just say it took, like, for me to play the whole game, like, just playing it normally, it would take around 15 hours. So this is pretty...
without the jetpack or the long shot, because you can get into the Temple of Guidance device with the long shot normally, without having to wall jump around corners.
True. Very nice.
Oh yeah, look at those jump strats. Look at that jump tech. As a reminder, jumping is faster than if you have in a one tile gap. Jumping is faster than running.
Yep. Very nice use of the hook shot by Soph.
There is an achievement for destroying the 3 generators or devices involved for the one quest without going to Vectron. But there is one device that is tied to the Vectron quest, so if you destroy that one, I don't think you qualify for the achievement for it. And this is, of course, on PC and PS4. I don't think it's out on Xbox One, or is it, Paulina? Things may have changed.
No Xbox so far. Not yet, at least.
And I don't believe there are any achievements on the Switch either.
Ooh, that's a good one. No, I don't think so, right?
I mean, Super Mario Odyssey has built-in achievements, but they're for moons and stuff, so...
Yeah.
Alright, Zoff is going in for the first device.
Yes, very
Devastation, that's the one.
nice.
Also, when you destroy that one generator there without talking to Rosie about it, Fen says, "Ooh, random destruction." But if you do it afterwards, Fen has a different conversation line with you.
Okay. Let's see which one.
All right, now we're taking our shortcut to whatchamacallit, to the Temple of Destroyer, which is on the opposite side from Temple of Guidance.
Exactly, and that's basically skipping, I would say, like, at least half, if not, at least half of the Temple of the Destroyer.
Yeah, it easily skips half of the Temple of Destroyer.
Exactly.
And I'd say 70 to 80% if you're trying to do everything in the game.
Yeah.
If you're just trying to get to the device, it skips easily half of the Temple of the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Because we don't get the ignition pick, we don't get the long shot, but we do get the damage reduction because, well, Rosie really hurts, the final boss of the game.
Yeah.
And you just gotta love these cultists getting themselves killed and giving us water for free.
Exactly. Yeah. I think everyone will be going for some armor upgrades before meeting Rosie, at least.
But we definitely need to get the armor upgrades just for the lava immunity.
Oh, right, the boots and stuff.
And acid immunity.
Exactly. Yeah, I would be surprised if someone found out a way to do it without.
I mean, it's totally doable. It's very sketchy, but you need to get for the current routing, you need to get a certain armor upgrade in order to get the Rosie phase skips.
Exactly. Discarding some minerals, I think.
He knows what he needs to have in his inventory.
Exactly. Wow, look at that
Very
jump.
nice hop, skip, and jump across there.
Wow. Yeah.
And so you're seeing Zoff running across these fire golems without taking damage. It's because while they are activating, while their head is still tilted back, they can't hurt you.
Exactly, and he's also making use of the short period of time where you're not, where you have just taken damage and can't take any more damage.
Yeah, you still have your invincibility frames too.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the word.
So once they're activated, lava does less damage than touching a lava golem does. I think lava does a half heart of damage, whereas a lava golem does, I think, between 1.5 and 2 hearts.
Yeah, so that's much worse.
So standing in fire is much better advice than you know, standing on fire golem.
Exactly.
Well, there we saw that free fall there with the hook shot reducing your fall damage to nothing.
Nice.
And Brother's trying a slightly easier to set up, but harder to do overall jump there. There we go, cleared his gap.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh wow, nice lava.
Yeah, Beru's on his lava skipping, so he already has his
boots.
hazard boots.
Exactly, very nice.
He's gonna take some intentional damage here, so he doesn't have to dig his way through there.
Very nice. Yeah. And he has some pretty valuable stuff in his backpack.
It looks like Beru may be just slightly ahead of Zoff now, although that could be due to them putting off doing certain upgrades to a certain point.
Yeah, that's true. Very nice.
And now we're doing some resource gathering because we want to get that extra health upgrade for Rosie.
Exactly. And then we have to dig deeper into the mines because the further down you go, the more valuable gems and minerals you will find.
Absolutely, especially this deep into the Temple of the Destroyer. We got dark matter, unobtainium, imaginite, bismuth, just to name a few.
Exactly.
So now we are 17 minutes in.
Yeah, we should almost be at the end soon. So both Zoff and Barramundo, I think, just got the armor.
Yes, we both just got the half damage armor. It's a flat damage reduction of 50%.
Nice. Oh.
From most things.
Right.
Things that did half a heart still do half a heart. So.
Oh, I was thinking of also if you see someone self-destructing instead of going by the tubes to town, that's actually also because it's faster than just going by the tubes.
Yeah, self-destruct in Dig 2 is much more common than it was in Dig 1, where we simply used it to get back to the beginning of two very specific dungeons.
Yeah. And it's, I would say, pretty forgiving. It's not. So you don't get too punished to use the self-destruct.
I think self-destructing, at least from my tests with it, causes you to lose more ore than if you were to die from an enemy.
Yeah, that might make sense. And there's an upgrade that could...
it reduces how much you lose when you die.
Exactly. Oh, nice lava skipping.
So Beru's heading for the second device, which means all he'll have left to do is Yarrow.
Nice.
Which is a separate threat in and of itself.
Yep.
It's like I was saying last stream, the boss of Yarrow is Yarrow itself.
That's actually true, because there's a lot of tricky enemies down there as well. Wow,
Portal Pardon's alright, but it requires you to be not in a cave, on solid ground, and it also requires you to be out of combat or away from enemies.
Yeah.
And of course, Barramundo's showing off just how awesome the jackhammer pull upgrade is.
Yeah.
You don't need to hookshot yourself down when you have the jackhammer pull.
Exactly. Oh, look, he's just avoiding all those acid droppers as well. That's nice. Yeah, tricky enemies and acid droppers.
Stay away from kids. I mean, drugs. Stay away from kids, drugs. Stay away from acid, kids. It'll ruin your life.
Yeah.
Or expand it, you know. Possibility either way.
Nice use of the hook shot.
Yeah. Once again, just showing just how silly the hook shot can be.
Yeah. I really like the music here in Yarrow. It's very mysterious. How do you say? What's the word?
Mysterious?
Yes, thank you.
Sound like you were trying to say mysterious and hysterical at the same time, like it was funny.
No, not that. Not that funny though, but more like mystical. Yes, that's the word. Ah, those snails! I hate them. I think they're my nemesis. Nemesis.
Snails are probably the worst enemy in the entire game, except for the birds.
Yeah.
Because snails will leave you alone if you don't go after them. The birds will hunt you down.
Yep, those. They do not give up.
Fortunately, they like to kill themselves in the Rosie fight, so they give you a lot of health and water and light.
Yep. That's the only upside, I would say. Okay, so we're actually nice. We're closing in on the device, I think.
We've got a good while. We've got to go through the mosquito minefield and the acid pools.
You're right.
Like I said, Yarrow is not to be taken lightly. It is a long trek down, even with the jackhammer pull.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not any longer than it has to be because we no longer have to take the back door into Oasis with the logic break.
That's true. Yeah.
So for those not aware, there is a pretty significant logic break in the game where normally through the normal routing of the game, you would come across 4 devices that you have to destroy. And one of them is required for one quest, while 3 are related to another quest. If you don't complete the one quest, it doesn't require you to go to Vectron, and you can also go into Rosie's boss room while the door is still closed and Oasis is not closed off. So by doing it this way, we skip 1 device worth of time, and we also skip having to go in Oasis through the back door.
Nice. Oh wow! He just flew by that enemy with the hookshot. Very nice by Bermondo.
I missed it. My cat was talking to me.
Your cat.
She's very talky.
I bet.
Oh, Beru's going danger mode here without the acid and lava boots, so I guess he turned them off after he was done with the temple.
Wow, he did.
Hope he turns them back on for Rosie.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was your cat, was it?
Yeah, that's my cat. Alright, looks like Beru's on his way to Rosie.
Yep.
He's got his aramid armor. Yes, okay. No, he's keeping the acid immunity off.
Yeah, Bermondo is actually, he's entering the reactor now. Nice.
Yeah, Beru is now on Rosie.
Wow. Look at that.
Zoff isn't far behind, though. He's in the mosquito minefield, although that snail could ruin his day.
Yep. Yeah.
And Gui is just finishing up the Temple of the Destroyer and about to head into Yarrow now.
Yeah.
Brother Main is also in the mosquito minefield.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. Bermondo used his aramid armor to make Rosie fall down for the first time, so he can hit her for damage.
Yeah, so Rosie has an interesting, I don't know what to call it, vulnerability?
Yeah, I would say.
Where given the right positioning by the player and using an upgrade available by purchasing a cog upgrade for your health called the Aramid Armor, you can reflect one of her projectiles back at her, and it will knock her into her weak phase early, significantly early in some cases.
Yeah. But the Aramid Armor takes, I think it's 30 seconds to recharge, right?
Yeah, and Beru just lost his right there early, so he may have to skip the phase 2 skip.
Yeah, you can see it recharging to the left on the icon there with the shield.
I'd say mechanic for it, but I don't think it was intentional that Rosie be able to be put into a weak phase from one of her own projectiles.
Probably not. I think that's sort of an exploit, or how would you say that our clever gamers here have discovered. Also, those birds! I hate those birds. They're just like, they do not give up.
A fun little quirk of Rosie's AI is that if she punches you twice, she'll stop doing the punch attack for that phase, or at least that portion of the phase.
Right.
So we try to save our health gains until she's punched us. And by advancing her punch phases, she gets closer to her missile phase.
Right. Nice use of Rosie's missiles there by killing the bird.
Oh yeah. So another thing that I don't believe I mentioned is that when an enemy is killed by the player, they have a chance of dropping a water, a health, or a light orb. But if the environment kills them, they drop golden orbs. Or rainbow orbs. Rainbow orbs are all three of the resources together.
Yes, which would be even more useful.
Beru's in danger here.
Oh, he's down to 1 heart. Half a heart! Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh. But he's doing well, I think. The armor is almost... It's charged,
His Aramid's
right?
recharged, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
wow,
it doesn't even look like he needs it. I think he's done.
Look at that! Oh, wow!
Yeah, and Beru is done at 27:36.
Wow.
On Rosie, anyway.
That's insane. Good job.
Brother Main also in the fight, as well as Zoff.
Yes. Also using his... He still has his boots on, and then in the Aramid Armor.
Brother is on phase 2 right now, going into phase 3.
Would you even have any use for boots at this point?
Or sorry, phase 4. He's on the phase 4 now.
Yeah. Oh, did he freeze?
Yeah, Brothers seems to feed froze. Oh, yeah, he triggered the Rosie phase skip. He also got a bird.
Nice.
So Brother just skipped phase 4, which is one of the longest phases of the Rosie fight. Zoff also is on phase 5, at least from what I can tell.
Yes.
So it's going to be really close between the two of them.
Ooh.
Guy is almost through to the final generator.
Yeah. Would there be any reason to keep the boots on at this while facing Rosie? Do you think?
Yeah, especially if you can't somehow manage to keep. Oh, he just triggered the Aramid again there for the phase change, I think.
Yeah.
And Zoff is done.
Very nice.
And so is Brother Main. I think Brother Main may be a couple seconds ahead of Zoff.
Yeah.
Did Brother have? I think Brother took a death.
Must be scrapped, right? Dang. Yeah, because it's at the beginning again. Yeah, it did. But we can see the Bermudo for sure is. Oh, and Zoff is still and us.
Beru and Zoff are both done.
Yeah.
And there's the Aramid phase 1 skip.
Yeah.
Or phase 2, sorry. I keep getting those mixed up.
Yeah.
Because they chunk her health down, I think, by using 2 steam bombs or pressure bombs.
Right. That's what they did. Yep. 1 punch.
Oh, there's Devil Tifa
nice.
up on our screen now in place of Beru.
Very nice.
And Devil is finishing now.
Yes. Good game. Brother Main is back. At which phase, you think?
Phase 3.
3.
So each phase is 20% of her health. And he
right.
just lost his airmid there, so we may not
Taking damage.
see phase 4.
Oh. Yes, good one.
Alright, so brother's about to
Very
go
nice.
into
Did you
phase
see
4.
that? He hookshotted it in the air. In air. That was really nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the birds again. My god. Always. Sweet.
And then just dies instantly on
Yeah.
Rosie. Oh, there we go. We saw the
Yes.
phase 4 skip there.
He
Very
used
nice.
airmid armor. Yes, very nice. Ah, Brother Main. Yes. Yeah.
Alright, Gui's about to head into the boss fight.
Yeah.
La Chamette from the last round is going on to the arrow generator.
Yes.
Brother Main is finishing.
Yes. Oh, nice.
So we have Brother, Devil, yeah. Gui is starting the fight. Awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we had good Gil in the first phase.
Kile is making his way down further into Yarrow as well.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see.
And Gui's airmid is down, so
Yeah.
we may not be seeing a phase skip. Well, maybe he is, because he's in good positioning for it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Annick.
Oh, here's the missile, so don't need the phase skip. Oh! Takes the missile to the
There you
face.
go. Nice.
Thanks to the beetle.
Yeah. And next is also finished. Good
Oh,
game.
Angst is finished. Nice.
Yes, very nice. Yeah. And Gilvagain is at full health. And his armor is, I think it's charged.
Yeah, it looks like his airmid is ready.
Yep. Nice.
And the bird gets smoked by a brick break ball.
Nice.
Alright, here comes Rosie's brick breaks again. She's gonna do punches.
Yeah.
She usually doesn't punch when the brick breaks are going around.
Right. Kilai is upgrading to his airmid armor, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just took off his damage reflect and put on his projectile reflect, the airmid.
Yeah. He's preparing for the final fight as well. Deep down in the arrow.
Now that's cool. Using the hook shot to limit just how far Rosie punches you away.
Very nice. Yeah. Birds again. He's at half health and yes, very nice.
Alright, so now Guy is moving on to phase 5, which has the most difficult phase skip simply because there's no real safe way to set it up.
Exactly. But he has a good amount of health and the armor is charged. Ah, watch out. Yes, the armor.
Oh, his airmid procced.
Yep. Oh!
And
Okay,
he's
back to
pretty
3
low.
Ouch! Nice.
Alright, so he's in a much better position now.
Yes, definitely. There you go. Oh, and the armor is almost back up.
But here comes the rocket.
Ah, sweet.
All right, Gui is finished.
Yes.
Now we have Kile is almost through the mosquito minefield. La Chamette is approaching the minefield.
Yes.
Yeah, La Chamette is now in the mosquito minefield, almost proper.
Yeah. That's the tricky part. I think Kilai and La Chamette is almost on the same. At the same.
Yeah, they're right around the same place.
Yeah. So Annex finished at 31.56, I think.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed. Wow. Oh, nice use of the hook shot by Kilai.
We still have 24 minutes left for anyone else who is also participating in the 80% race to finish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 24 minutes, not 26.
True. Could be very important.
And Kile is about to finish up the last generator and head over to the Oasis for Rosie. It's funny how SteamWorld Dig 1, you're more likely to die in the overworld than you were to Vectron, and now Dig 2, you're more likely to die to Rosie than you are.
By Rosie, right? Yeah, she's. I was about to say the B word. She's a tough broad. How do you say? For sure.
Sorry, you can say the B word. She's a busta.
Right?
As Corey in the house would say.
Yes. Nice. So Killa is going for Rosie. It's such a sad moment when you find Rusty and he's just like that.
He's essentially being crucified on Rosie.
Exactly, right? Horrible. Nice. He's got his armor and he also chooses to keep the boots on. So let's see how it goes for Kilai.
It's not a bad idea to keep the boots on because Rosie does have rising acid in her flight.
Yeah.
If you're fortunate, you can keep yourself up far enough up, and Kile getting the phase 2 skip there.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice.
They make it look so effortless, but I still can only get it by accident.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely being towards the top of the level is preferred because of all the health amounts are up there.
Right, and also because of the
there's no acid.
Exactly. Yeah, both Guilvegain and Axis, I think they're showing credits. Oh.
And La Chamette's about to head into the boss fight as well.
Yes, nice.
I think these may be our last 2 runners who haven't finished.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and he's putting on the boots and the armor. La Chamette. La Chamette? Nice. So Killa just keeps smashing Rosie. Still has a good amount of health. La Chamette is entering the reactor as well, facing Rosie.
Kila, you got the 4th phase skip there. Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's almost done now. Okay, le. It is le, not la, like in the. So le chemin, perhaps. Nice, the armor took some of the damage.
Are we at least getting the other part of the name right?
That's a valid question.
And Kile is about to finish up phase 5 here and head towards the credits. Yo, Twitch Prime sub. Thanks, buddy.
Nice. Shamot. Yeah, no, I think we can probably both of us practice our French a bit.
I have enough problems with English. Come on.
I do. English is at least it's your native language, right?
Yeah, but our trademark is being bad at it by default.
That's true.
And then being succinctly worse at every other language.
Well, that's funny. Okay, but so Shamut. Yeah, no, sorry, no, I don't think I can do better tonight. But now we're watching. Okay, let me try this. Le Shamut, facing Rosie.
I could go full mark and say Chamat.
Shamat. I call him Mr. Lee. That's good.
Alright, now we are on to phase 4 of Rosie on our last contestant.
Very nice. Good amount of health as well. Why did the music change?
Who, me? No, I'm not French. I am very much American.
Very much.
I mean, the only OU I'm comfortable pronouncing in French is in oui.
Oui.
That's because that's already an American word, thanks. It means you and me, we, us.
Oui. Ah, that's true. That have not even crossed my mind. Oui.
Alright, La Chemin is moving on to phase 5. Sorry, La Chemin.
Le Chemin. Maybe we'll have to do a voice call with him later to learn how to pronounce it properly. Pourquoi?
Qui a coupé la fromage?
What was that? Something with cheese?
Yeah, it was Who Cut the Cheese. I learned it from Freakazoid.
Wow, nice. Could be very useful, I assume, if you're going to France.
And asking who cut the cheese.
Exactly. Let's see. It's almost done.
Yo,
No.
my boy Cheesy Macaroni.
Yes.
Alright,
What's that?
finishing up. Last
Yes.
couple smacks.
Good job, Mr. Lee. Le Chemin? No, we're not American. No, I'm Swedish. So it's even like the sort of English American, I guess, with the French in my head, and it gets, not too good. Very good game, indeed. Oh, so we're watching Dorothy carry Rusty out of the caves. Oh, nice. We have other Scandinavians here in the chat room.
We end up leaving Fen behind because, well, robots are better than spirit robots. Alrighty, so the end of our any percent run here. I believe we had 8 total contestants in there, and they all finished within a pretty decent time, faster than me. I definitely say that for certain.
And we're well below the hour, isn't we? Aren't we? Or well, maybe did an hour go by that fast? Oh, we're getting a Now we're waiting for the results.
I should probably push the talk key.
Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
I'm good at this.
Very nice. So we definitely beat last time. Or I mean, they did. The contestants did. Very nice.
Oh yes, the fastest last round was like 29 and change.
Exactly, and now we have 2 people below that time, obviously. Bermondo on first place and Sof doing really well.
Oh, Paulina, do you know if Marcus is ready?
Well, I hope he's in the. Let me check if he's in the server.
We had 7. Okay. So we had Berramondo at a very respectable 27.50.
Hi, Marcus.
He's here.
Great.
Just need to pull him into the voice chat if he's in the Discord.
Nice. So Marcus is the level designer of SteamWorld Dig 2, guys. So just go on with those questions. Yeah, sure as 5 says you guys are barely talking about the game, and that's honestly a bit true because we're mainly focusing on speedruns here.
Yeah, and there was very little that we could say after that point because everything had been covered. We were just doing the play-by-play on the fights.
Yeah. But if you have a specific question, now would be the time to ask it. So you'll be joining us shortly.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get Marcus into the Discord chat here.
Great. Don't be shy, guys. Send us some questions.
Darn, having a hard time with this.
Not that kind of question. I'll let Marcus answer that, or if you want to, Sue.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting to push down my push-to-talk key. Dang, I figured this out last time with Julius. What happened?
Yeah, he that one, then it was no problem. You'll get it. Yeah, I think Paulina is a Polish name, but no, I don't have any that I know of Polish roots. So my family's from Sweden.
To 64 is 8.
Good job, Soup. But what I've heard of Paulina is also, or Paulina at least, is a fairly, how do you say, common name in France as well, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
There we go. I think I did it.
Good. Awesome.
Just have to wait for him to see it. Okay. Yeah, I'm still really working on my Discord foo. I really like it as a chat program. So, as far as the any percent route we saw there, it's there were some minor deviations as far as the last stream, and that we didn't pick up certain ores, but that's because the route now contains, I believe, just enough money to cover all the upgrades we need.
Exactly. Yeah,
also, there was some preference on whether they wanted to take the acid and lava immunity boots towards the end there.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's almost, in the beginning of the game, it goes so quickly now during the speed run, so it's almost as it almost goes so fast with that we can't even see that when they pick the first upgrades and buy the first parts.
All
But you
right,
have
Marcus
to have
is here with us now.
Marcus.
Oh, hi. Just a moment. Getting, like double audio with the stream. Oh, fixed.
Cool.
My mic is working well.
Welcome. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That was amazing. Like there's a couple of tricks that I didn't even know about until I saw them on the stream today. Yeah.
Awesome.
So where are you on the office leaderboard that I've heard so much about?
I don't know if someone have like given it another try, but I think last time when we heard about the French people doing sub 1 hour runs, and we barely managed to get like below 70 minutes, like 110. I think I'm still around 110, 113, or something like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
people are definitely chiming in this time for questions that aren't from Real My Opera Twin. So what was the process in designing the levels? I'm assuming that means what kind of like were you doing it individually or were you all combining together?
There were basically we had two kind of different processes when designing the two different types of levels, like the outward levels versus the caves, where the outward levels we tried to make it look natural, like the actual cave could look like, making it almost look randomized in a way. But for the caves, we looked a lot at other platforming games and tried to build find one niche and build around that. And the actual process usually started out with if say we needed a cave for the jackhammer upgrade, and we figured out one thing that that cave would really be built around. So this is quite early in the game, and the jackhammer caves, it's like a simple switch puzzle, just fall down blocks on switches to open up the gates, and then quick sketches on the papers, and after getting some nice layout on the paper sketch, we just started fooling around in the level editor. It's really quick to try around things in.
Yeah, I need the jackhammer to get out of my confines here in my announcer booth here. That are Desplosions.
Mm-hmm.
So was I more or less correct in my judgment earlier when I said that the game was more or less designed to be beaten without the jetpack? Yeah,
definitely. Like we have this achievement to beat the game without going to Vectron. If you go to Vectron, I think at least we thought you had to grab the jetpack if you go to Vectron. But I realize now that there are ways of going through Vectron and then avoid the jetpack. But that specific cave after Vectron is really built to force you use the jetpack. So
yeah, it's built to showcase what the jetpack can do at its earliest stages, and then
but things like
later you need it to get to the post game kind of stuff.
Yeah. But things like double jump and hook jump and stuff we didn't really know about would allow you to go to Vectron and then still skip the jetpack. But yeah, like entirely skipping Vectron, that was actually that was very, very intended to like a possible route.
Okay, yeah, because it definitely seemed like there were design choices made specifically to say, you know what, if they don't want to go to Vectron, let's not make them go. But I have to agree, Vectron is it's a super cool area that we don't get to see in the speedrun. I don't even think it's in the 4 Gold Star run. It's like got this really creepy kind of ambiance around it.
And the music, you should go there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm not sure how like the any percent route the players are doing now. There are like really interesting paths. I'm not quite sure how good Vectron would be for that. Like it's very linear, but yeah, I guess there could be some sick jumps as well.
the first time I went into Vectron with the early access copy, I sent a message to Brian immediately afterwards. Oh, thanks for the jump scare on that golem, by the way.
Yeah, spoiler. But so, Marcus, we have another question. Let's see. What is the exploit that amazed you the most?
Yeah, like in this today, this competition, I wasn't aware about the face gifts at Rose. I saw people talk about it in the Discord chat before the run, and I was like, what's that? I don't know. So that amazed me most today. But generally, like since we released the game, I'd say that the double jump thing is probably the one that really got me off guard, because it's such, I don't know, it's like outside the game you have to modify the keys to make it really easy, and yeah, it's fun. We just didn't think about it before.
Yeah, it's clever. I agree.
Unfortunately, it doesn't require any external programs to run it, so like
Yeah,
it's all
but you have to go. Yeah, but you'll have to. Oh, maybe you don't have to, but like to make it really easy, you would want to bind 2 buttons to jump, and you can do that in the game, of course. But it's like still kind of outside the actual gameplay. Like you go into the menus and rebind stuff to make it, and that's I think it's really funny.
That's cool.
But I guess you could do it with just double tapping. I don't know. When I do it, I bind multiple buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, since you're a level designer, I just want to say that I appreciate that little message you guys left at the top of Vectron. I'm not going to say where it is, just that it's at the top.
Actually, yeah, nice. Actually, we were 2 level designers in the game, me and Esteban. But actually, Vectron was built by Ulla Håkansson, the former kind of built the level. I think he built most of the levels for SteamWorld Dig 1. SteamWorld Dig 1 was released just before I joined Image and Form, and he's a great level designer. So Vectron was kind of his baby, and he put that message in there.
Yeah, because I did a literal translation of it by accident with I think a missing character, and it said like "good mash," and I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
But I fixed it. I was like, "Oh, it says awesome" or something like that.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten to the other part of the roof of Vectron. By the way, it's very difficult to get there.
The long stair thingy, yeah.
Yeah, with all the no stick ceilings.
I think also that like the message in Vectron, that was one of the things, like we put it in because we can see it in the level editor, and that's fun. And if we play the game with debug mode and cheating and flying around in no clip, then there's the message for us to giggle. But we were quite sure no one would find it, so it's a good find.
It wasn't easy the first time. I think I can do it again. It's just the second part not going to happen.
Marcus, sorry, do you know the question to another, or the answer to another question here? That Brian, that's our boss, he told me, he told the real Myop here in the chat that he told that the exploits found. Oh my god, I can't read it. Can you do it too? Brian,
when exploits are found, you guys try to keep them, keep them in the game rather than patch them out.
Yeah, definitely. Or like we at first we get really scared because oh shit, someone broke our game, and what will happen now? And then we try to stay a bit cool and ask ourselves, is this exploit making speedruns more interesting? Is these kind of exploits make it more fun, or is it actually just ruining the scene? Or like, could this exploit be found by a player that doesn't try to exploit? Then it would feel very, very much like a unpolished game. So we take a lot of things into consideration, but if we can keep the exploits without actually ruining the game, we like to have them there, definitely.
Yeah, I think the guideline that Brian said is if it doesn't cause the game to crash, then why take it out?
Yeah. Let's see. How much paper/drawing before going into actual dev or level editing?
Yeah. I'd say that's for us with SteamWorld Dig 2. It was. It always varies, but sometimes it just popped up a great idea, like how I'll build a cave with minecarts, and it just sort of in a couple of minutes I can just make a really rough paper sketch and just know that this is the level we will build now. And then it could be like only 5% of the time is paper sketch, and then build the level real quickly and test it, and it works like a charm. And sometimes it sucks, so sometimes you have to like go back and forth a lot of times, like, but maybe you'll encounter the writer's block, but for designing levels, and you won't get something good at all, and you just stuck there drawing shady levels. And so I'd say generally, since we have the level editor we use for building our levels it's really quick to iterate on and try new things. So it's almost like I'm sketching the level up when I sit in the level editor. So there's not very much paper sketch before. It's just like a general rough idea of the layout, like a quick doodle, and then I jump into the editor. And I think that depends on, like, if you build bigger games, the 3D worlds, you generally need more preparation before to get a real sense of the thing you're about to build. But since we have it's like quite small levels and 2D and basic simple tile editor, I don't put very much paper planning time, actually.
Yeah.
We have one question from one of our runners. He said, did you think the game could be cut like it is in the speed run? So going from what I guess you guys would imagine was an 8 to 10 hour game down to 36 minutes, 26 minutes.
No, I think we were quite confident that no one would beat it in below the hour. I think when we were guessing, like pre-release, we thought like, so this game, we built a lot of speedrun routes in. We allowed for a lot of skipping, but we still thought it won't be nearly as quick as Dig 1. It will definitely be around the hour, but well, look at it go.
Yeah. So back to level design, I heard that from both Julius and Jacob that the trials at the end were kind of like last minute.
Mm-hmm. They were,
and that a number of them got cut.
Yeah, and some of them, like the versions that was like really last minute things. Probably kind of stupid to put new levels in that late. I think that it was one of the last challenge level was put in like the same day we were sending the game away, so it was kind of it was very much last minute. And we reasoned like, okay, so everyone at the office doesn't even have to be able to finish the levels. We just, one of us must be able to finish and play through, and if it works, then we send this in. And yeah,
was it Escape? Was the Escape the last one?
I think the Escape was one of the last one. Yeah.
God, that one is the worst for me because I have to save up all my health just to get through it. Oh, and rockets. The rockets can go to heck because we're on a family-friendly stream. They can go to heck.
The rocket, yeah. The regarding the challenge levels, they were we had some support from a couple of programmers, coders that had kind of finished off most of the bugs that we knew of, at least. So they sat down and started like trying out things for this challenge levels. So the rocket one is from Ulf, a programmer as well, and then he handed it to us, and we tried to the same thing with the Temple of Skillness. Jacob did that, an artist, but it was super hard. Like the one that's in the game now, he thought that's child's play. We can't have that. That's not even challenging. But yeah, it seems like it's quite challenging after all.
I think I can combine two of the questions in the chat here with. So is there a lot that you learned while making Dig 2 that would prepare you for, I don't want to say Dig 3, but the next project from Image and Form?
Definitely for like if we like between SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Heist, there wasn't very much about the actual level design per se that would transfer very well, because they're so different kind of games, like different genres and so on. But for a potential SteamWorld Dig 3, definitely, I think everyone at the office has a bunch of ideas that they wanted in Dig 2, but we couldn't make it in, or it just wasn't like, it was a small idea but not really a finished idea. So we have
maybe didn't fit the theme overall.
Yeah, probably. And then you think like, oh, maybe in SteamWorld Dig 3 you could be in this world and you can do this instead. And I mean, early in the SteamWorld Dig 2 development, we had more worlds planned as well that got cut. And of course, we would love to see those worlds in a Dig game. But yeah, we. You want to do a lot and you don't have time for it, so I don't know. But actual level design, to kind of track back to the question, I would say that definitely I'm at the end of SteamWorld Dig 2 development. That's when I'm like best. Then that's where my level design skills peaked for that very game. And then if we start to make a new game, a new genre, I'm kind of bad at designing levels for that game, because I have to learn. I have to realize what's good for this game. What's a good level in this game? How long is it? How hard is it? All those questions that we don't know until we have tried it. So with that in mind, I think like it will be really easy to just start on working on a sequel now, because we have learned so much about making SteamWorld Dig levels and such.
Well, I hope I think a lot of people would agree with me here. Now that we have both protagonists together in the same place, that potentially SteamWorld Dig 3 has 2 players.
No comment.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, because that would definitely switch the level design aspect, because then you'd have to design the levels with 2 players in mind, so that it isn't too easy for them to do. Like, so there's still a challenge involved.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that was one of the we had an idea like really early in the development for Dig 2 that there could be a new game plus mode in SteamWorld Dig 2 where you played as Rusty, so with Rusty's upgrades and things.
Oh man, that would be so cool.
Like it would be cool to just make sure that the game could be finished with the skill set from the original game. But yeah, in the end, we didn't make it. But yeah, it would be definitely cool.
Also, Real Myop raises one question that I think some of us would definitely potentially like to see a patch for: reopening the trials after they've been cleared, instead of closing them off once they're cleared.
All right.
So I think once you get the certificate, it won't let you to go back in. I'm not saying we demand this. I think a lot of people would want it.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know that was how it's done actually. So just to make sure, if you take the certificate whatever and go out, you can't re-enter it, right?
I believe so, yes. I don't even think you have to collect the certificate for them to be blocked.
Okay.
Just you entering a final area counts it as cleared.
Okay. So potentially you could even like be locked out without getting the 43rd artifact, I guess. Well, I'll I'll definitely write this up, and we have
No
like
pressure. You don't need to get on it right away. We're not trying to push your buttons.
no, I won't like say that this is something we will do and this is something we will work on, but we have a board where we collect all things that are like issues, problems, wish lists, and if there are to be a patch, then we can like cram in things from it. But there's definitely no guarantee that anything ever will be patched in again. But I'll actually note this because I didn't know that's how it worked.
It's also definitely still within the realm of possibility because Heist is still getting patches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll never say never.
Definitely.
Marcus, I want to answer to another question here. Do you personally like to watch speedruns of our game, or is it frustrating?
Oh, I love it. Definitely, it's super fun, and it's when I don't know how many hours clocked I have. Steam says like 700 hours or something, but that's just the hours that Steam was
running.
That Steam was running when I was running the game in debug mode. So I'd say I find better. I find myself around in SteamWorld Dig 2 better than my own apartment. But then suddenly there are runners that do things I didn't know you could do. So it's mesmerizing, definitely.
See, do you have anything else?
I think the last one that we really have is if you have a rough estimate in mind about how long of a timeline is there between Dig 2 and Heist?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I don't think I can like give it a good answer. I think
what was
we
it
have
between
to
Dig
ask.
1 and Heist? There was 1,000 years or less, much less.
I think I have
years?
to ask like Peter, our writer, for that. Actually, I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So the question was between like Dig 2 and Heist, or between?
Yeah, between Dig 2 and Heist. I mean, they're the character models definitely changed significantly. So that's that kind of leads to robot evolution.
Well, Paulina,
and evolution isn't fast.